everyone. I am your host Shaine Soni with my co-host Rajni Subba, and we are back with another episode of Let's Talk. So today we have with us a young designer, a fashion influencer, someone who dreams to be a very big entrepreneur in future. Please welcome Shrawan Chhetri.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Shrawan, my first question to you is to know more about you and also about Men Crucials.
Right, so my name is Shrawan Chhetri and I come from a small town. It's called Siliguri in West Bengal, and I graduated out of NIF. Basically I started Men Crucials in the year 2017, and now it's been running successfully. So yeah,
that's great. Congratulations.
thank you so much.
Lovely. So tell us, what influenced you to be a fashion blogger?
Basically, I would say it all started with a change. Like, I wanted to bring change, and I saw a lot of even still in India, people are more focused toward women beauty, women fashion, women grooming, and all of that. But you hardly see men getting groomed. But you hardly see there are tips for men how to dress and how to present the best version of themselves. So it all started with that small idea, and now it has become a small tree, but still it's there. That is how I started.
I think the branches are still growing.
Yeah, it's still growing. I would want it to have more, like a baby tree.
It'll be massive. With the vision that you have, it will grow bigger and better.
Thank you so much.
What are your thoughts while creating the content for your blog?
Basically, I try to incorporate everything that I've learned, throughout the year. I come from a creative background. I started from NIFT and everything. So I try to include everything that I've learned. So basically, it's a plain canvas for me. It's a visual. I try to put my art through visual communication. So that is it.
So Shravan, I have a very interesting question for you, and I'm sure my audience would like to really know about it. So we see fashion bloggers around, and there's a perception regarding fashion bloggers that you need to have really heavy pockets, and you need to have all kind of brands, and you need to have all kind of clothes with you to be a fashion blogger or an influencer. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, it's an amazing question, by the way. If you would have asked me a few years back, maybe 4 or 5 years back, I would have said yes. Because I hold the same ideology. This is something which I thought before starting. But when I actually started off, I understood that it's not the case. You need to be smart about the things that you choose rather than just having a heavy pocket or something. So, by 6 to 7 months, I didn't get any sponsorship. I was not paid for what I did. But you really need to love what you do. And I did. So that is the big reason. I used to borrow clothes from my friend and I used to shoot. And now, I have a room filled with clothes. So
wonderful. So you mean to say, you need to have more of mind than the money.
You need to be more smart about the choices that you make and the things that you incorporate.
How do you handle the trollings?
This is something I've been a little blessed with. There are very few people who actually, because we do get these negative comments and all of that, but it's because I welcome all sort of opinions. It's like if something is really constructive, I take it. I really try to improve myself. I really want to be, I am a learner and I want to improve that skill. And if it's a constructive, I take it positively. If it's something who's really try to, it's just negative, then I try to ignore it. I guess we should be open to all sort of opinions.
Constructive criticism is always good.
Yeah. That helps us improve.
And I think it makes you realize your flaws, which probably you have not seen. And help you work better on it.
100%, I cannot agree.
Well, Shrawan, you were telling me about an incident about how you handled a troll. Please let our viewers also know about it.
Yeah, so basically it was in the recent past. What happened was, I was promoting this leather brand called Red Tape. So what happened, one of my followers, he commented that, you're a vegan, but how can you promote leather? And he, all sort of abusive thing that he could write, he did. And I was like, what I actually did, I actually pinned that comment so that everybody could see. Okay. And I really felt that was a good point. Being a vegan, I cannot promote leather. But the whole idea of veganism was not to harm animals. But I make sure that things that go through me is that shouldn't be a cruelty to animals. So I pinned that comment and I replied, like, if there's any suggestion that anybody wants to give me to improve, I would welcome that. And I really felt that was constructive, and I
Yes.
took that opinion from him.
Totally, I
Yes.
totally agree with you. I think it is the best way to answer your, any kind of troller that you take their opinion and you see that what they have to say and
Yeah.
take it into consideration and go forward with it. Which is
100%.
wonderful.
100%.
Well, we would also like to know more about your personal life. And then, as you mentioned, you have been a traveler, you have hopped from cities. So, tell us more about that.
That is true. Like, I hop from cities to cities. That is what I've been doing. Like, I am a kind of a vagabond, but now I'm kind of settled. I'm kind of being a little stable man. So I was 17 when I left home, and since then I've just been, around India. And I won't say globe, but yeah, across India. So what happened was I left home when I was 17 and I started working in the BPOs. So it kind of gave me a little freedom because, I could earn my own living, though it was less, but still nobody was there to tell me what to do. So, but then shortly I realized that I am a dropout, so I had to do something because a degree won't validate me, but it would help me reach somewhere where I wanted, because I had big dreams. That was the big reason I left home. So what happened after that was I opted for open schooling. I did that. I managed. Then I started studying psychology. Though I was studying psychology in Kolkata right after I cleared my 12th. I was also working in the BPO. I was managing all that thing. I also started my small business.
Wow.
I was t-shirt printing. So I started t-shirt printing and all of that. But I knew that there was a loophole which I couldn't cover because I didn't know the craft. So I wanted to know which material, what are they doing, what exactly is being used there. So for that I need to know the market, and so I applied for NIFT. So that is in my first year of graduation. I was studying psychology, plus I also applied for NIFT, and I kind of I cleared that. But we all know NIFT is kind of expensive. So you need to have good, money to study.
Big pockets.
Big pockets to study in there. So that year, in the year 2015, I didn't, because I couldn't, because I was not taking help from my family and all of that. So I couldn't actually get an admission because the fees was high. But then in this next year, like in 2016, I appeared again. And I cleared it again, and I was like, wow, now I have to talk to this about, I need to talk to someone about this. Then I spoke to my family, and they were like, it went a little emotional. It had to be. So everybody came together, they helped me out, and they admitted me into NIFT. That's how the whole journey of fashion started. But then again, they only helped me for the beginning of it. Then I studied through scholarships.
Okay.
I used to do freelancing. So, getting admission into NIFT is tough, but surviving there is much harder.
More difficult.
And being a leather design student, buying leather was the toughest job, trust me. Leather is very expensive in India. Be anywhere. Leather is one of the luxurious goods. So,
So this can be well understood from that end to this end, because I've been myself a graduate from NIFT and I've done leather design itself. So I totally understand. And I'm sure that, all the struggles and whatever you face has made you what you are today.
Exactly. And I don't want to take a single thing from there, because that is what makes me the person I am right now. All my experience, all my struggle, all my hard work is something that makes me a complete man.
True. Challenges always build you stronger.
100%. I really look up, look forward to such experience, because if something good is happening, I know it's very temporary. But if something bad is happening, that will really teach me, and I'll grow out of it. I'll become a better person then.
Yes. Rough seas always make skillful sailors.
100%.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So my next question to you would be, for my audience, for my viewers, what are the points according to you one has to have to be a fashion blogger, and also could you give some style tips to my viewers?
Okay, I don't think you need to have anything specific, but what you need to have is grit, I would say. You need to be very consistent. You need to love your craft. If you don't love it, you won't be successful in it. Trust me, because to reach that point, it's hard.
Yeah.
For the, what to say, you need to be different, but in your own ways. You need to know what your style is. You need to communicate that to your audience. it's very important in this time to be different. But to be different, you need to be yourself. That's the catch,
Exactly.
actually. So what I would suggest is try to be consistent. Try to put out things which you actually believe in. Don't just copy anyone, because you'll be a second hand. That's not
Yeah.
the first thing, right?
Yes.
You'll be copying somebody. There's already somebody who exists by that name or by that style. So for you to be different, you need to be yourself. And the style tip, I would say, what I personally do is I try to mix basic and trend together and make it my own. That's, I guess, a little smart move that I do, because that way people don't catch me. Like, I try to keep a little minimal, yet I try to take few things from the trend. Because if I don't put trend, then people will be like, come on, he influencer and he's not doing anything trendy and all of
Yeah.
that. But myself, I'm a little minimalist kind of a person. I try to keep my wardrobe really minimal. I really want my mind to make all the noise rather than my outer appearance. So I really teach my men or women, anybody who follows me, I really teach them that you need to develop or have a good mindset, a good thought. I mean, that what provokes everything. Your outer appearance is something that will give you a pass. But to hold on to it, to be there, to actually put a good, first impression, you need to have a good mind. You need to have a good thought.
Yes.
That is really important.
Great.
Wonderful. That was very informative, and I'm sure it's going to help my viewers.
I hope.
Shrawan, thank you so much for coming to our show, Let's Talk, and sharing some wonderful thoughts.
Thank you.
And this is just a small hamper from our sponsor, Beauness by Arpita.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
And then we also have a small token of love from the team, Let's Talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.